It is impossible to tell how first the idea entered my brain, but once conceived, it haunted me day and night. Object there was none. Passion there was none. I loved the old man. He had never wronged me. I think it was his eye. One of his eyes resembled that of a vulture. A pale blue eye with a film over it. Whenever it fell upon me, my blood ran cold. But you should have seen me. You should have seen how wisely I proceeded, with what caution, with what foresight. The old man's terror must have been extreme. He was stone dead. His eye would trouble me no more. If you still think me mad, you will think so no longer when I describe the wise precautions I took for the concealment of the body. As the bell sounded the hour, there came a knocking at the street door. There entered 3 men, who introduced themselves with perfect suavity as officers of the police. I smiled, for what had I to fear? I bade the gentlemen welcome. The officers were satisfied. They sat, and while I answered cheerily, they chatted familiar things. But ere long, I fancied a ringing in my ears. It was a low, dull, quick sound, much such a sound as a watch makes when enveloped in cotton. No doubt I grew very pale, yet the sound increased. I gasped for breath, and still the men chatted pleasantly and smiled. They heard, they suspected, they knew. They were making a mockery of my horror. I felt that I must scream or die. "Villains!" I shrieked. "Dissemble no more. I admit the deed. Tear up the planks. Here, it is the beating of his hideous heart."